Let it
Oh my
begin.
god.
Yeah, these loud cars. I'm like the only
These
one with the
cars.
quiet
Silence, real
and quiet
silence,
outside.
He's sitting in his kitchen.
in the restroom or
Yeah,
something, something with four walls.
yeah. I should do it in the. Yeah.
He's just sitting
Okay.
in the tub by himself.
That's probably the most quiet place. Anything in the middle of the house, away from the outdoors, yeah.
Oh, we're recording, by the way.
Oh yeah, it tells us. It
Oh,
snitches on you.
I know. It says you're doing it, Jay.
Uh-huh.
okay, good.
It tells you who's recording it too.
But
Oh,
yeah, I'm working on this
so,
commission right now, and I'm excited because it's one of my bigger ones. So they basically just told me to kind of do whatever. So that's why I kind of just like went crazy with the colors, like so.
I love it when people let you like have complete artistic like control over it.
Yeah, and that's so rare sometimes. So whenever that happens, I feel like you just gotta like go for it, you know,
Yeah.
make it count. But yeah, Jay mentioned you're a photographer.
I am. So I'm actually in San Antonio. I'm not in Austin like you guys. I do. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm
sorry to hear these a
sorry.
little bit.
Please let me know when you can't hear me. I do a mixture of everything, honestly. Families, kids, portraiture. I take my own photos, but what I guess not by choice, but my calling was children photography, like children editorials. Not by choice, though. It wasn't by choice. It just I try to run away from it, but it keeps pulling me. But I feel like partly because San Antonio is very family oriented. I feel like it's a city that you settle down in. Like now it's changing slowly but surely. But it was always like family city, like lots of land, cheap houses, big houses. There's amusement parks everywhere. There's not a whole much for like people in their 20s and like early 30s. So there's a whole lot of kids here, a
Hmm.
whole lot of families here, and everyone wants pictures of their kids.
That's so true. My
Everyone.
family lives in San Antonio.
See. It's a
So,
retirement city. That's what I think.
yeah, my
But I feel
grandma
like in
lives there.
10 years it may change though.
Oh, totally. It's kind of like all the creatives are going there. I've noticed
Yes.
because it's like not as affordable in Austin. So I
Exactly.
just see a lot of people going, and they have a really cool art scene in San Antonio. I have a lot of good friends that are making work out there. Um,
Yes. It's not as connected I would say as Austin though. It's one of the biggest things that it's kind of sad. Artists aren't as connected as in Austin. And I feel like also because it is a family city, entertainment isn't very woke here.
yeah,
It's not as woke. It's getting there. It's time, but it's not enough people currently to be loud enough for everyone to hear. It's like sporadically, and it's
yeah.
just
There's
not. It's not enough.
yeah.
Yeah, and you have like the perfect like feed to for this quarantine. You're like out here taking photos of yourself too.
Yeah. What's new?
Yeah, I like those ones
Wait,
you did for.
were
She
you
takes
the
like,
one? Was she the one in the ones you recently posted right now?
oh no no,
No, no, no.
Did you see
That's
those? Those are so
that
cool.
was so cute. I loved it. I just know her at name. Okay, it's not okay. It's Miss Jones or
yeah, her
that's
name's
Miss
Jasmine.
Jones. Jasmine.
Jasmine,
There we go. I thought that was so creative. It was so
right?
creative. It was so
Yeah,
so cute. She's all posing, and you put her in the grass.
yeah,
That's really cute,
um,
though.
yeah.
But yeah.
Because I was thinking screenshots too, but I thought like, maybe I'll kind of make it more like an April Fool's joke too, since it's the first. I can,
Hmm.
I'm taking pictures with a phone, so it's not as obvious as just screenshotting.
This time. Remember, we've had this conversation. iPhone, get an
Mm, no, if they make USB-C iPhones, maybe, but for now, no.
That's true. That's
It,
true. Oh,
it
only
just
for FaceTime. That's the only thing that I like is that you can press there's a camera on FaceTime versus screenshotting. There's an actual camera, so
right.
it takes it with their phone for
Yeah,
you.
I've just gotten in the habit of having like the one charger for everything. Like I can charge my computer, my Switch, my phone with the same cable, and with if I had an iPhone, I'd have to carry around one more. That's what I find. That's the only thing keeping me back. But I do a lot more with um, like my Android phone than I do with. I would feel too restricted with my phone. I feel like
Your iPhone. The
it,
whole entire charger situation, I just want to slap you. I'm sorry. Because guys have the biggest pockets in the world. Their jeans, everything comes with pockets. Girls have jeggings and stuff with these fake pockets. And you're talking about carrying around and not having room. Every
well,
guy's pants has like 10 pockets.
that's true. I have some pants with some pretty big pockets. But look at this. Look, like my MacBook charger. It's the same thing. It goes in my. Oh wait, I'm pointing at the microphone. The same thing. It goes in both sides. Like,
That's
why
true.
carry around anything more than just this one cable?
That's true.
Yeah, I
I guess you
agree.
got a point. You got a
And
point.
I
What are
agree
you,
with the
iPhone, Timmy?
pockets. I have an iPhone. I would totally switch. But I had a Mac, and now I have my iPad and my iPhone, so everything is kind of like the same. So I just kind of kept it the same. But I do have my issues with iPhone. There are things I don't necessarily like, but so far it works. So I just kind of keep it simple.
Yeah, I have a lot of issues
Yeah.
with this MacBook. Honestly, like I wish I had the Windows and this.
Yeah, I have a lot of issues with my MacBook. I won't lie. I won't lie.
Yeah,
I
mine
just feel,
stopped working.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. The only thing that's
this.
keeping me is the simplicity of iPhones. That's the only thing, is that it's so crisp and clean. That's the only thing I'm attracted to, is the outer features,
Mhm.
Yeah.
not actual its capabilities.
Its functionality, it's kind of bullshit, but
It is.
Yeah.
Jay took some nighttime photos of me with, what kind of phone was it?
Oh, I have the Pixel 3 XL.
And that's not even the most recent phone, and it looked better than a camera with
Yeah.
like
yeah.
really bad ISO.
I wonder if I can find those maybe. Um, but how you holding up? You still working?
Yeah, I still have them.
Are you still working out there?
I've been waiting to post those photos. Wait, what did you say?
I said, are you still working?
Right now?
Yeah. You just at home?
Work? Oh, so I am working. I work 8 to 4. I do work every day still, but do I work hard?
Yeah.
Next question, please.
Yeah. So I'm still working. They're like trying to get me out with like 2 or 3. I'm like, man, like just let me get these hours. Like
Yeah.
otherwise I'm just coming home and like just gonna go to sleep because I can't shoot. But I guess it gives me a little time to be creative. I guess. Well,
You
How's
still
your
find
create?
time.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, you get to paint indoors. That's kind of nice.
that
I get to
is.
do something else, but I've been kind of like so like unproductive being inside. I've been playing Animal Crossing, and that's pretty much it when I'm inside. Like I
That's
haven't wanted to
cute.
edit.
Everyone's talking about that game, Animal Crossing. All I hear is Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is it?
it's like a simulator kind of game. You just kind of make an island, and you can like I like this one because you can have people come over and they just like you know show them what you've made. Uh, it's interesting.
You're
I
just
mean, it's not
having company over in this
pretty.
little world you made.
Yeah, pretty much. Um,
That's funny. It's like show and tell. It's like, look what I did.
yeah, yeah, kind of.
Can
Like,
they destroy it though? Your
if you
artwork?
make people your best friend and they're like shitty, they can like take your trees and stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's funny. It's like real
Um,
life.
Who comes
yeah,
up with that? It's real life. Is that
It's
what
like
you
real life.
said?
yeah,
You invite your friends over, they steal from you.
They
yeah.
take your they take your trees. That's I wonder who came up with that detail.
That
Like,
is
oh
so
yeah,
funny.
let's make sure that if they get too close, they can steal something.
Well,
Like what?
That's definitely someone's kid. It sounds like I can feel it. That is someone, the person who invented the game was at home and they probably have a 5-year-old and they're explaining it to their 5-year-old and they said, what do you think if someone came over, what would they do? Take your trees! Little kid.
yeah,
It sounds like something a kid made up.
Make it into a game. Everyone's
yeah.
gonna love it.
And it's weird because like you can like decorate. You can put like lawn ornaments or something, and they can't take that. But like you're supposed to take fruits if you want to plant trees.
So it has to be
Uh,
purposeful, essential.
Yeah, like they don't like people don't mind if you take the fruits, but then if you take the trees, it's like I planted that. I
Oh my
took
gosh,
a while
it's
to grow that.
funny.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh,
It's like relationships. That's funny, huh?
I found that photo that I took on my phone. I don't know if y'all can
Oh
see it.
wait, dude, I forgot about that one too. I
Though
thought you were
that
referring
looks
to the tennis court
amazing.
one.
That
Yeah.
That
looks
was
great.
Galaxy 3, Pixel 3.
Oh yeah, Pixel 3. Which one are you
It
talking
was
about?
the tennis court one that we took last year with
Oh,
James and Kimon. Our first time ever meeting.
that's right. It was this one.
That was the one. Look at that quality.
The colors and that, like the
He
contrast.
did nothing to
Yeah,
it,
yeah. That's all just like in camera
right?
or in phone processing. But
That's
that's right.
dope.
I forgot I took those photos.
I remember them clearly. I've been waiting to post one. I think I've been waiting to post that one, the very last one you sent me.
Hmm.
I posted one of me walking. But yeah. Kimmy, have you thought about painting outside? Like pulling your an easel or something and little picnic with your wine and Netflix and painting.
I kind of do that inside my apartment. Isn't It's basically a room.
Mhm.
I live in a studio, so I'm painting this like 5 by 6 foot painting in my apartment. And
Oh wow, it's
I
huge.
yeah, I try to take it outside because I have to spray paint certain parts of it. But I like, okay, check this out. I'm gonna move the iPad to like
You
show
probably look
you.
ridiculous walking with a big old.
Like, okay, I'm standing up next to the painting, right? This is
It's on
the
the
height.
floor.
Yeah, it's on the floor. This is the height of the painting. And it's kind of like wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks huge.
So when I grab it, I'm like holding it and I'm trying to go outside and I feel like a flying squirrel.
And I bet you once you get a little whiff of wind, and your canvas acts
Like,
like a kite. Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
there I go.
Just fly off the balcony.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall off the second story.
But you don't
That's
have
But
like
funny.
a whole lot of like grass there either. It's like mostly parking lot.
yeah, like it's a small apartment, so it's like I would love to go outside and paint. And the times that I have gone outside, so crazy. It's like my neighbors, none of them knew that I even painted.
Oh yeah.
So it was just kind of like when they saw me take this thing outside, they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was just like, they're all like surprised just because I never really like spoke to them. I mean, I'd say hi and bye and stuff like that, but like they were like, I remember I was like painting by my window and my neighbor's daughter, she's like this little girl. She was like I turned around, she was just like looking at my painting, and she was just like, "I like the colors."
Aww.
I know. She was like all sweet, so it was
Yeah.
cool.
A lot more people home and paying attention too. Like, can you hear me? Or you're not using Justine? I can't tell if she can hear me or
I
not.
can hear you. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I can hear you. I'm like trying to bring it louder because the stupid cars, they're annoying.
Yeah. It's all good. I was just some face you were making. I was like, I don't know if
It's
she can
like,
hear
is she frozen? Is she?
us. um. Oh yeah, but there's like more people home, so they kind of know. Like we finally actually talked to our neighbor a little more, I guess. Like we usually say hi and stuff, but like last weekend we're like came over and she's like, "Oh, I got tattooed by Kimmy." Actually, I was like, "Oh yeah." I guess you saw. I guess you saw me on like one of your stories or something, and she was like, "Oh, that's the neighbor." But oh, I get people getting a lot closer, I guess.
Yeah, it's like closer and more connected with who's around you or kind of like who you know of.
Hmm.
But when it comes to like actually being out in the public, I think you mentioned it in your last podcast. Um, it's kind of like a sense of people trying to make sure that they're secure in their lane
Hmm.
and that they don't like get distracted off of where they're going because the natural instincts like to get closer to people when you speak
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
when you're in public, it's kind of like right now that's not an option. So I feel like when I'm in the park and stuff, people like they do say hello, but they have like that hesitation, like I want to stay but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to stay but I'm kind of scared I may want to get close.
Yeah.
So like,
Went
lady's
to the
walking her dog, like she actually wanted to stop and have a conversation with me. I could tell by her body language,
yeah, and
but it was kind of like, okay, I gotta
that's
get
how it's
going.
that's how it's been. Like since I have to go to HEB and I work, I'm like a vendor there, so you like people are like getting out of the way, letting them pass. When before it was just
Hmm.
like just people just rush to
Yeah, and bump
try to
you
just
and
yeah.
heart
And then
fight.
when we went to the boardwalk a couple weeks ago, people. I wonder if it's any different from then because it seemed like they were distancing a little bit, but it was still kind of crazy. And then we actually saw someone I knew out there, but we kind of were like, "Oh, hey," kind of,
Hey,
yeah, like, "Hey, good seeing you," like yelling across the.
oh,
But yeah, it's different. I wonder how long it's gonna be like this.
I think it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be in effect for a whole year.
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like the whole vaccine process is what's going to make this expensive.
mm,
Like a lot of people are kind of thinking about the now, but the long term, you can't rush a vaccine because you have
right.
to test for other things. You have to test for heart cancer, lung problems, all other
Side
long term
effects.
side
Yeah,
effects, and you can't test for that in 2 weeks.
right.
You have to watch the rat live in a lifespan, the monkey live, whatever they're testing it on, and it may cure corona, but it may give you something else.
Yeah,
And I feel like anything that comes easy or quick doesn't last long. So for them to
yeah,
make an efficient, like an actual vaccine that won't have any side effects on us, that's
yeah.
gonna take time.
And then there's no telling what you're gonna stay with if you do get it. It's gonna be
Exactly. And I feel like those movies and stuff where they show like the FBI or like the government pulling up to everyone's houses and forcing to give them shots.
yeah.
Like if that were to happen, I'd be the one running. I'd be like, no, you didn't test it on everything. No.
It's like, I mean, you get to live a little longer, but
Let Trump try it first and then I'll do it.
yeah,
I agree with you. Let him try it.
yeah,
Do
with
it.
If
safety,
he
everything.
does it, then
I'll
I'll
do it if
then
he
I'll do
does
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Because he cares so much about his life.
but he doesn't have that much longer. Like if they're like, yeah, this will give you like 10, 15 years, I'm sure he'd be like, all right, that's fine. I'm like, he's like what, 70, 80.
Yeah, he's old.
So
He's old. He's so old. Oh, I hate him so much.
it,
Let me
it
not
is,
bring politics on here.
yeah, it is weird.
No,
Let
no
Yeah,
me not bring
way.
politics on here.
yeah,
Such
it's
a for viewers, such a sticky situation. It's really hard not to comment. But let me
It totally is, but right now, I feel like we're all kind of
hold up. I'm
feeling the
sorry.
same way.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
every
good.
now and then we'll be louder, but it's all good otherwise.
Um, I feel like we all kind of feel the same way about the situation right now. We're just like, okay, what the fuck is gonna happen? You know? Like,
Hmm.
how are we gonna basically keep going and which direction is this going to go in? Because normally I try to plan like months in advance, you know, and that's
Mhm.
just kind of how I'm starting to work. And it's a little tricky to plan months in advance when you just don't know what's going to happen. I'm not necessarily scared of this virus because I feel like this is inevitable, but like
Hmm.
it's like, okay, we can't stay inside forever, you know, we have to
Hmm.
continue our lives, like, and if
Hmm.
I get the virus, I get the virus, like, you know, something else is going to come along later. So why would I be afraid to leave my house? Like, I'm not
Hmm.
afraid to leave my house.
Yeah,
And anybody in their right mind, if they weren't feeling well, they would stay home. Like, legit. Like,
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I think you
Uh
know
oh.
we definitely don't want to keep it.
This race car, Speedy Gonzalez.
We definitely don't want to keep it rampant right now, but if we can get it where we're not like over like making the hospitals a little too crowded, then that would be ideal. I'm sure we're all going to get it, but
Yeah, the whole process of this, I guess you say the whole process of the stay at home, which I'm gonna backtrack before I say that. The problem is that they didn't plan.
hmm yeah, that's one thing.
Financially, the
oh,
government
totally.
doesn't plan for catastrophes and disasters and you can go back to Puerto Rico and all the hurricanes and stuff. Like, we suck at planning. Not us, people who handle our money suck at planning. So, like she said, this was inevitable,
Mhm.
but the way we handled it wasn't inevitable. Like, that part, it was coming regardless. And whether you're prepared is what sets you aside from other countries.
Right.
So, like, your preparation process, or also like the way how fast you react also matters too. The fact that they were slow on reacting also didn't help at all. But the whole stay-at-home thing is not mostly for us to get it or
Right.
for us to spread it. It's for the people who are sick and the doctors. So
Yeah.
the doctors, there's not enough beds in the world to have everyone be sick at once. So in order to protect the doctors from getting sick and to help patients, they have
Reduce
to keep us
supplies.
at home to reduce the amount of people who are sick at once. And
Oh, totally.
doctors are getting sick themselves. So if they're getting sick, who's going to take care of the sick? If there's not enough beds, they can't afford to have any more sick people. So keeping us at home is what I guess you could say prevents or helps decline.
Mm-hmm. Slow it
But
down at
we
least.
can't stay at home forever. Like you said,
Yeah.
bills still have to get paid. And this check that's coming, $1,200 is going to do what?
Mm. Maybe
No,
your
well,
parent.
that's
For most
where I
people, it's a
feel
thousand
like
dollars
they messed up by shutting down school, because there are people that are, getting an education, like there are doctors and nurses, there are plenty more that are still in that process of finishing that experience, like that schooling, and they could help.
to help.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly, giving them that permission to help
Yeah.
by
yeah,
not continuing those school programs and stuff is actually preventing us from getting help, new help, more hands. I do understand
exactly.
that.
More
Yeah.
people. So
I do
it's like
understand that.
and you're right, they didn't think about this happening,
Mm,
because
yeah.
that is, something to think about, that there's more people that could help, but to just stop them in what they're doing right now, like you literally just put it on pause,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know
I mean, they definitely should have had like a backup plan for how to do it if something like this did come up. I'm sure they will after this too.
yeah. And it's the crazy thing is that this isn't the first time. So
Yeah.
we didn't learn from the first time. We didn't learn from the Spanish flu. We didn't learn from all the other pandemics. This isn't the first time this happened. Like, we aren't the first ones to live through this, but we are the first ones in this century, or I don't know how was the last one. What was the last one?
the
Over.
Spanish flu. No, wasn't it Ebola? Wasn't that back in
It
no,
wasn't a
actually,
pandemic though.
SARS
Pandemic.
was SARS happened in 2002, 2003, and that
Was
Yeah.
it a
was
world pandemic?
it
Not.
was it was the equivalent of this, where like people were getting sick, and they like everyone kind of had to be isolated.
Yeah.
I think it has to be something big enough to where the whole entire world is affected at once.
No. The word.
What
Um,
else? What else was as big as? I know the Spanish flu was for sure one, but
the
was there anything else more
well, there was
recent where the entire
the
world was affected at once?
yeah. I
Whenever
mean,
Trump got elected.
Ah! I like it! I like it! I like it! I like it!
yeah. I mean, it has been nice not hearing all the politic talk online though.
I like it!
But
We
it,
didn't learn the first time though. We didn't learn from our history. We made the same mistake twice.
yeah,
And I
No,
mean,
we
this
did.
is gonna be an effect for years from now.
yeah, for sure. And then when we get through this, the elections are coming up, so a lot more
Yeah,
arguing.
that's the only reason why he's talking about sending people back to work. It's not to protect our health. It's not, and it's not to protect our health, and it's not about people getting money. It's about him keeping his word, because he just had said recently, before all this started, he was, bragging about in his political campaigns and stuff, like that unemployment is at its lowest it's ever been, da 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 da, and then bam, this happens. So it's all about money at the end of the day. It's all about his election. So this makes him, um, it makes him basically contradict everything he just said. Unemployment
Totally.
is at its lowest. Now it's back at its highest, actually. So it's kind of like he wants to keep that word that I'm going to be a great president, da 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 da. You guys are financially stable, and now everyone is underwater. And he thinks the solution to keep his boat afloat is to send everyone back to work. In reality, all it's going to do is make us all get sick at once. Then the doctors can't help us. It's going to be a fight for life or death. Like, what makes your life more important than mine? That I can get the respirator and you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'll be fighting. Just like every movie there is.
Right. With that being said, I really don't care for any politics, so
Yeah.
like politicians. But on a lighter note, you keeping creative? Like, how are you keeping it going? No.
Tomorrow's Friday, so Kim, me and Jay made a deal that tomorrow by Friday we would have 2 photo shoots that we haven't edited, at least the minimum of 4 photos edited, and I did 2.
You
I'm
did too?
halfway there. What have you done?
I did the phone. Oh shit! I edited those though.
No, that you haven't edited. Some work that you've been procrastinating on. You haven't done your
Oh, okay.
homework.
I forgot what it was. Yeah, stuff that I'm gonna do two shoots or 2. I'm gonna edit stuff that I've been pressed. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. That's all I've been doing is just editing stuff that I haven't edited. So like I've edited shoots from like last August. My travel photos.
Nice.
Like,
I want to see. Pull them up on your. Do you have like?
Yeah. How do you screen share? Can you do that? Can you like? No.
I don't know if
Can't
you
do
can
that on here.
I know. I've been able to see stuff on Jay's screen before.
Here,
Really?
Jay,
try
can you
some
pull
stuff.
up some of her photos?
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's still recording. Hold on.
It is recording.
Okay.
I'm learning Skype. This is my first time using it.
Nice.
Aside from middle school, middle school was like Uvu. Remember Uvu, guys? You and all your little friends would be in a little circle.
I don't think I use that.
You never used Uvu? OOVOO, I think.
Uvu.
Uvu, Ovo, Uvu.
Oh, okay. I think I remember.
It's just like Skype. Skype was like bougie. No one used Skype.
Skype was bougie.
It was like bougie, yeah. It was like, oh, you use Skype? Like Facebook.
Facebook used to be. I remember whenever nobody really had one.
And then
And
you had
now,
one
like, my grandma, who's like 76, has one. And I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I was
my
looking
grandma,
at...
grandpa, yes, they're always sending me things on Messenger that I never open. They're just a bunch of funny videos, and because they're home all day and they're retired and stuff, so that's all they're doing is just chilling and stuff. And I'm like, I'm at work.
This one right here.
Oh, great! Look at the middle one.
Nice.
Which one was that?
This is cool that you can share.
No, okay, show her Instagram, Jay, so that people could like check it out.
Oh yeah, this is her Instagram right here.
Oh look, my photography page is on the little. There you go, bam, that link.
Oh, okay. Was it a photo on here that you wanted me to show? Yeah,
the travel ones.
You've done
so
some
I edited all
lately.
those travel ones.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you. I went on a solo trip to Maui.
That one's dope right there.
That was on Haleaka Mountain, I believe. It's over the clouds.
Yeah, that's dope. And then
I love that. Oh my god.
Thank
so
you.
what inspires you? Like, what are things that you're drawn to when you go out and you think about like maybe like a set of photos, like themes and stuff? Like, what do you look for?
So that's funny. That's a question I do get asked often, and I never have like, I guess you can say the answer that I think people are expecting. It's gonna sound so crazy when I say this, but I think I'm mediocre.
No.
When I shoot.
Oh wait.
I just shoot to shoot, but oh my god, can you guys chill? Stop speeding. You're supposed to be at home.
Look. She's over here modeling too, like.
I love that.
That was in Maui too. So when it comes to like underwater stuff, that's my passion. If I lived in Hawaii, that would be my job full time. But because I live in San Antonio, where I'm not close to a beach, I've always had to, settle with portraiture and stuff and what's around me. And occasionally I'll shoot in a pool. But that's what I would love to do full time for a living, underwater photography. You don't see a whole lot of it on there because I'm limited to it. But when it comes to that, underwater photography, I do shoot with a purpose. When it comes to, I guess you can say, client work, most of the client work, it's more like us collaborating. Like I ask them what their style is, and then I create a concept based off of what their style is. So at the end of the day, that they're happy, but also I still have my style in place of their photos.
Yeah.
I like these Christmas ones you did.
Oh, I guess you can say.
Like these ones you did of yourself.
I thought of shooting.
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
When I do shoot my own photos, those all have a concept. Kind of based off of whatever outfit I have in my closet. I'll be like, what can I create out of this before I throw it out? Like that sweater was 50 cents. I mean, that cardigan I had on, the red one, that was 50 cents at a thrift store. I'm about to throw it out. And I was trying to figure out, like, what can I do? It's red. Let me do Christmas photos.
Yeah. When you posted these, I was like, who took these? And it was like, I didn't know there's another photographer. I was like, oh, you took them over yourself.
Yeah. No, I love this. I love this idea too, how you said it. And it's weird because it has, like, go to the other one, Jay, where she's sitting by the tree. That one has
it's my grandma's house.
Like a retro, that's what it is, like the little elements around, like the patterns and the clock behind you. Then there's something like modern and like funky to it, and it's your style, I think, is what brings it that like breath of fresh air.
Thank you, my heart.
100% grandma couch.
She pressed the button. That's what I was going for, because I know my grandma's house, it looks very, I guess you can say, like grandma's house.
It's homey. It looks homey.
It's her.
But you bring this
added
flair.
Thank you. I added those fake presents. Those are all fake presents. There's nothing in those presents at all. I wrapped them.
Oh my God, I love this.
My sister comes over the next day, and she goes, "Oh, whose presents are these?"
You're like, no, they're all yours.
Pick them up. They're empty boxes.
Yeah.
For a photo shoot.
That couch is like for sure a grandma couch.
Yep, it's been there. It's older than me.
Needs some plastic on it.
It's older than me. She's had it since before I was born.
Oh my God, that couch has stories.
It really does. There's like a plywood right underneath. You can see it right there.
Oh, I see it.
And she does that just to make sure that the couch doesn't get all slumpy. She preserved like the cushion. If you take it off, the couch looks brand new still because she preserved it.
Yeah, she didn't throw some plastic on it.
Yeah.
Totally. Like, and these are
these are my faves right here. These two girls and the other little girl to the left. Let's see, go to the left. That's my cousin Jazz. Yes, those three girls are my favorite to shoot. The other two, they're actresses and models in LA. And this is my cousin Jazz, who lives in San Antonio. She's getting into modeling and stuff. But they are very fun to shoot with. Very.
These look awesome.
I love
these girls have been modeling basically their whole life.
Yeah, that's dope. I like the butterfly.
Not like they're very old. They're 13.
That's wild though. Like, I love the color choices with these,
Thank you. That's that sweater again, that same cardigan that I didn't throw out.
Yeah. It looks expensive. That's the crazy part,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that. Or do they bring the couch to this one?
That couch, I found it on the street, probably 3 blocks up from here. And this big old house was throwing it away. It was white at first, and I spray painted it silver. It had no cushions, and I had to make them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like something's painted or like torn up.
I had to make it.
But unless you're like really looking at it, you can't really tell. It looks like a pretty fancy couch.
That's so cool though,
What are you using to take photos under? Is just your phone?
Those are actually GoPro. The underwater ones are GoPro. that GoPro is from 2017 though. It's time for an upgrade because the pixels aren't the same.
Yeah,
The
I think
pixels they definitely I think they shoot at 4K now.
yeah, I think the one we've been using is a 6.
Can I see
Uh,
that? Wait, let me bring your photo bigger.
yeah, I'm gonna
Show
stop
me your
screen
GoPro.
sharing. This is the one that
I
came.
don't even have that one yet. Nope, I think mine's a 4.
Oh, this is a 6. I don't know how
Uh huh.
often they
Upgrade.
oh,
I
yeah,
have a stock for GoPro and they're doing horrible.
yeah,
They're doing horrible. They're like $2 right now.
not much to
uh,
do.
It's
Well,
cheap.
once everybody gets back into it, it might go up.
Exactly. Microsoft too.
Yeah,
They were
once that
going up right before all of this. The moment this came, it went pew. But I said
yeah
that's okay because it's a good time to buy. Because if they were going up before this happened, what's gonna happen when this stops? It's gonna keep going where they left off at.
yeah
If
once that once that new Xbox comes out for sure.
huh?
Once that new Xbox comes out for sure,
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna
they
say. There you go.
they're like really focusing on digital. So even if we're still stuck in this, we're gonna be able to stream it to our phones or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
because people are gonna have to. A lot of companies who can't work remotely right now, they're
Hmm.
gonna have to integrate a way to work remotely, and like
Right.
electronics gonna have to be the only way.
Yeah.
It's nice though that we still have like all of us. She can paint her
Mhm.
whole life at home. Like
Yeah.
she can get it done. And then photographers, there's a way. We're gonna find a way. All we need is I think the telescopic lens. Like that's all we need, honestly. You don't
Right.
have to touch anyone. You don't have to talk to them closely. You can text them. You can
Yeah.
call them.
I was using my
Hey, pick your arm up like this.
yeah, yeah. I was using my 85. No, well, it's a since it's crop, it's an 85 equivalent, and
Hmm.
I feel like that's a pretty good distance away.
Where were
Um,
you guys shooting in the neighborhood? Like a block away, or were you like he
oh,
was like halfway?
you talking about the phone or when I was
The
using the
photo
85?
shoot with the 85.
Um, I'd say it's at least 6 feet away. So
Oh, that's not bad. That's
yeah,
not bad.
it's just weird because I like shooting with the wide lens a lot. So
Yeah,
kind of difficult being like,
because he's tiny. If you were to shoot wide, he would be
uh,
tiny if you back up, right?
yeah, I just like getting closer. Like if I'm closer, I can try to get like some of the surroundings, kind of frame them
Hmm.
within that. And with the an 85, I just feel like you can take one, and people just like the bokeh a lot. And like even that one photo I posted in front of the yellow church,
Hmm.
I was like, man, I was like, I think the ones that in the shadow are like had like shadows behind her. I was like, this is a good one. And then everybody like went to the third one that had just like better, sharper bokeh, and I was like,
I like when you do that though, because I don't do that. I do watch you and how do you pronounce your name? Sadi
oh, Sayaka.
Sayak. Yes,
Hmm.
you both of you guys ask your viewers like what is your favorite, and I think that is nice that you guys ask for feedback because it kind of helps you understand like what are your viewers really interested in as
Hmm.
far as for Instagram growth and as far as like seeing like what your clients like and stuff.
Right. And then part of me is just like, I don't care what everybody thinks. I
That's what
just
I'm
want to
saying.
like, yeah,
Just for those reasons, as far
yeah,
as like what's your viewers, people who booking you, come to your page, why do they like it?
hmm,
So like what content brings you clients, and then
right.
what content makes you happy as far as what
Yeah.
is your personal style, and
It's
not
only,
losing their style in the middle of feedback.
I've noticed that when I've gone back to like kind of city street photography, that's kind of gotten a little more attention than my portrait stuff, which is kind of weird. But
Hmm.
I feel like I've gotten more growth through like portraiture, but that like the one I got at the Capitol recently, that one really took off. I was like, I don't.
That was awesome. Did you see it, Kimmy?
Yeah, he
That was
like
awesome.
The one of where it was foggy.
yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like it was like ghost town.
yeah. And it kind of was. We were like, I think that was a Friday night, if I remember, something like that.
Hmm.
And there was like nobody out. It would like be a car and like 4 out of 5 times it would be a cop car, and not.
Was that before the lockdown?
I think that was the day after. It wasn't like that strict yet,
Okay.
but it was still. I'd say like maybe 3 days after they boarded up downtown.
Mhm.
So I think because Kimmy painted down there
It's
the
not
day.
strict here yet, as you can hear.
Yeah, it's not super strict, I guess. I got my the the ID that they give you just in case you get pulled over. What's it?
They give you an ID. Oh, that's
Uh,
cool.
the
Like an
essential.
essential worker ID.
Yeah,
That's
I got
cool.
I got one of those. I
Like
think
I'm official. I'm
yeah,
VIP. Let
I think
me
they
in.
I think they can just give you a note and that'll work. But they like kind of printed an ID with my photo on it. I was like,
Doesn't
okay,
that sound like a hall pass to you?
kind of
Like you're in
yeah.
high school?
It's a little weird. I'm
My
That's
kind of
teacher
just
gave me a pass.
weird.
It is very weird.
I'm kind of concerned with like how we'll get back to it with you know if they know they can do this to us. What what they no telling
Oh
what they can
yeah,
do. Yeah,
that is very true. That is very, and
but
that's the crazy thing is that that's what makes humans in general the way we are. We are scared of what we don't know. We
mhm,
don't know what we don't know at that. Like you're unaware of the things that you don't know until you know it. It's like, oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
So we don't know what they can do and what they can't do and what's next.
right. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't get any stricter, uh,
Yeah.
or like try that. Just be like, oh, we can use this power and do it for something
Yeah,
to
take
benefit us.
control in like ways that are not helpful at all.
Yeah, that might
As
be a
far as
little extreme, but it's
I've seen movies.
yeah, it's important to think about like what could happen.
Yeah.
But at least we're
Kimmy,
not.
do you plan on doing any like art of your own, or are you just taking clientele work right now as far as time goes? Priorities.
I so I'm working on this piece right now, and I'm working on a few of my own personal ones that I'm gonna put out. But I'm gonna. Whoa. Was he like racing somebody? Or was
He
he just
literally
feeling
drove
kind
a
of
block.
excited?
He drove a block and made a left right there, like he was going nowhere.
Do you think like guys do that because they like see a girl? They're just like,
That's the thing is that they can't see me right now, but typically that is the thing I believe. I completely agree with that, especially with the motorcycles like Harley Davidsons when they go rum rum.
Yeah,
like shut
Ooh!
up. Like shut up.
That
it's a
is my biggest pet peeve when I'm walking and someone does that to a car or a motorcycle, and I'm like,
You
you
think
yeah,
you're
think either
so cool.
I'm impressed? I'm
yeah.
impressed.
I'm impressed. Oh fuck. Oh
Uh
shit.
oh.
You dropped some more.
Is it acrylic? What did you drop?
I literally
Uh oh. Okay, at least it wasn't on the floor. I'm like, cause that deposit, sis.
Oh, it's
That
already on the
deposit.
floor.
Do you have
No,
hardwood?
it's all good. Yeah. At this
It's,
point in my life, there's paint on everything. I'm all cleaning it off. I literally went a year without getting paint on these pants.
nice.
It happened now.
I had a
Um,
feeling when you went, oh, I was like, the only thing it can be is paint.
I
Yeah,
got the
paint.
paint on my pants.
Hmm.
I thought it was like your water, like some water or something.
I was thinking paint. Yep.
I
I was
just
like, it's the
stuck my
worst.
knee in my paint.
You're not a true
But
painter if you don't get dirty.
true that. True that.
Yep.
Which is really interesting. Like I tattoo people, that's my job. And I paint murals and I'm trying to see what's gonna happen, because I have to be close to people for my job.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily with painting murals, I don't, but with
That one's fucked
tattooing,
up though.
like, that's the tricky part. I don't know what is
Yeah,
gonna happen with that. And I have tattooed a few people, not as many as I normally would,
it's
like a
another.
normal week,
Oh,
but I don't know. I'm kind of just seeing what's gonna happen or what's going on.
Yeah. I
being super
think
careful.
I think we're gonna have to figure out how to work remotely a lot more. I don't know. Like I think I definitely I wish I could like help you like stream while you're drawing on your iPad or something. I mean, we can probably stream this or somehow, or even just like Instagram. You,
Yeah.
somewhere that people can like still like tip you for drawing something or something. Every little bit helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like people would want to see my time lapses of me starting a painting from the very
Yeah.
beginning
Hmm.
because I get that a lot. But
That's
me and
fun
Jay,
watching.
yeah, because it's like people don't understand where it's gonna go yet, so
Hmm.
they're like excited to see that process. Um, so I might be doing more of that.
Yeah.
You know what helped me though? I did lean on YouTube, not as far as making videos and stuff. I mean that's awesome. Even starting on YouTube, shoot, we all know that can go. The sky's the limit.
Hmm.
But I was watching other photographers on what are the reactions towards this and how they're handling it, and it did help me take different options and stuff on how to go about it for my own business. Um, and maybe leaning on YouTube and seeing what are other tattoo artists experiencing and how are they reacting and are they reacting and like how's their business going. And there's a
Yeah,
whole lot of people. That's what I, not that I like, this is not positive, but I do feel like we're all in this together as far as the whole world is affected. So you're not the only one who feels like they're, affected by this. So you can always look at other people who are also struggling as
Hmm.
far as tattoo artists have to stop working and see like
yeah,
how are they affected by this and what are they doing. That's why I do feel about this thing. It did bring us together in the sense that we're all struggling at once. Doesn't matter how much money you have in the world right now.
yeah.
Right.
Money is not power right now. Health is definitely power right now. So I feel like,
Yeah, out of all that, like your immune system, there are people that are extremely healthy. Like I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast a lot,
hmm
and he was talking about how one of his friends who's an athlete, like literally, he's in the best shape ever, and he got the virus.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter how much money you have at the moment. It's like
exactly.
how well you take care of yourself, or just even like, if you're getting enough rest, if you're eating well, like
hmm
it could be a lot of different things. So that's the scary part, I think. It's like literally anybody could get sick except I believe children. Children haven't gotten sick.
I did hear a 4-year-old died this week.
Oh
I
my
don't know what
god.
country what it was it in, but a 4-year-old died. My grandma told me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
hmm
I think they're getting sick. They're
it's
just
sad. It's
recovering
unfortunate.
quicker,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them,
Cuz their
hopefully.
body's not used to this. It's like literally a blank slate.
Hmm.
hmm
And I mean, we do things like, drink and smoke and not get enough rest because we're always working.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it could literally be all like anything. There's so many like variables.
And I feel like creatives don't sleep. Creatives start working at late hours. Start
Oh,
working.
totally,
Like
totally. Are you a night owl?
I'm not. I'm that person who, if someone invites me out to the club, can I get a nap first, please? Please.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my photography, I don't clock in physically until like 1 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock at night, I want to start editing. And although I have all day to start, when I was
Yeah.
doing this full time last year, I had all day to start, but I didn't feel the urge to work and go hard at it until nighttime. But not by choice. It was just physically, I couldn't do it until nighttime. And I wasn't a night owl, but for the sake of my photography, yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'm usually like having to wake up at like 5 every day, and I don't like go to bed till like midnight or the latest 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
When do you start editing?
it depends. I'll mess around on my computer a little bit, and then I'll get to editing, and then I don't know. I just sometimes I'll get like once I start, I'll just keep going, and then I'm like, man, I have to finish this now, and it's like before I know it, it's like 1, and I'm like, shit, I just want to make sure they look good. I'm gonna go over them one more time, and then the time I know it's like 2, setting my alarm for 5
5.
a.m. crying.
Wow.
5 a.m. I don't know how you
Wow,
do
it's
it.
dangerous, dude.
Yeah, it
You're a
sucks.
zombie.
You have to sleep, Jay.
I
Can you
took a,
sleep?
yeah, I could sleep once I.
Do you have insomnia, anything? Just from being up so often.
um, I think since like a kid, I've kind of had like a fear of like missing out when I'm sleeping. So I'm just like, man, I could be doing something right now. Um, but once I like get like lay down and like chill, I'll fall asleep pretty easy. Like,
It's a funny way to put it. I like that. I
yeah,
feel like I'm missing out on stuff.
there's just like
Life.
so much you could be doing when you instead of sleeping. I don't know.
That is so true. But there's nothing that's open except for being creative at home.
Yeah, today was like the first time in like a long time I took a shower and like lay down. I took like
First, I'm taking a shower. Yeah. Wow.
not to,
Your
more
water
so
bill is low.
yeah, more so the laying down part. I fell asleep for like maybe I don't know 20-30 minutes, and I was like, oh shit, it's already 6. But
Aww. I know that pisses you off, especially when it snooze the alarm. You're like, there's no time to snooze. I have no time.
oh no, this was after work, so I usually like come home and chill a little bit, but today I was like, I'm just gonna lay down. Got in bed. Usually don't even go like touch the bed till midnight at the earliest. So, and then sometimes like the thing I hate is like I'll start falling asleep and then I'll be like, oh, I gotta wash the dishes or something, and then I'm like,
Yes.
oh, like my body hurts. I can't get up. It's like sucks. I wish it, I wish I was like my grandma where she's like, I'm not falling asleep, would fall asleep and then get up and like go do something. I'm like, man, I wish I had that. Like I can't. I don't have that kind of energy.
I'm the one to start thinking about everything I have to do tomorrow when I lay down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I said,
that too.
okay, when I wake up, I have to do this, 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 this. And then my brain just keeps going. So I take like an
Yeah,
hour to fall asleep.
yeah. That's always the time you have the existential crisis where you're like, oh shit, where am I gonna be in 5 years? What am I gonna be doing? Damn.
Yes.
But
You hear your own thoughts. Yes.
yeah, and then you're just like trying. You put on headphones and like you can hear what they're saying, but you're like only listening to your thoughts because you keep on.
Yes. You can't run away from yourself.
It's like
That that is so true, and I love that. You can't run away from yourself. A
You
lot of
can't.
people are realizing that now.
Yes,
Like,
that's so
hell,
true.
even I am, I'm just thinking about, like, okay, the next thing that comes to mind about this whole experience is like, okay, I am sure there are people that are like, how can I prepare for this next time?
right,
Financially, physically, psychologically, how can I brace myself for something like this, since we know now it's possible that it could go pretty far.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got lucky this time that it was people overreacting as far as like the groceries go.
Mhm.
Oh, the toilet paper thing, everybody took the toilet paper.
Yeah, next time, maybe grab like a bigger bag next time, uh, just in case. You never know.
You know
Actually
who
buy
definitely
bulk.
didn't freak when it came to that? Those couponers, those
Oh yeah,
extreme couponers, they were loaded probably with stuff already, just
Oh,
yeah.
from their
totally.
typical stuff.
They were like, we're stocked. Y'all need some of this?
They're like, try me.
Tax you, taxing them.
Like I was watching, cause I'm very like into like I like those kind of movies like World War Z, Contagion,
Mm,
all those pandemic movies and stuff. Like before this started, so whenever I got the word that it was going to possibly be declared as a pandemic, I was already thinking of the movies and stuff, and I was like, I already know what's gonna happen next. People are gonna start freaking, overbuying things, and
yeah,
like everything was gonna turn exactly how it did based off of how movies did and stuff. And I was looking on YouTube, and there was like people from like 5 years ago making videos of how to prepare for a pandemic. And they're like, you have to buy masks, you have to prepare as far as groceries and people who believe in zombie apocalypse and stuff like that. Like those people are set, and there were videos, and they were saying like just like what happened. People are gonna buy overbuy medicine. They're gonna buy toilet paper. They're gonna
Right.
buy all this extra stuff, and then people are gonna continue to go to work and spread the virus. And the doctors are gonna get sick. There's not gonna be enough beds, and they did say something that's serious that did hit home. It happened to my mom's friend. Couldn't bury her uncle because they didn't allow him to see the body, considering
The
what's going
virus.
on. Yeah, and there's so many hospitals that just have bodies, like a lot of bodies,
Yeah. New
piled
York.
up.
New York.
Yes,
They got them in like
exactly.
you know
Yes.
trucks.
So
They have
this
them in
video,
trucks.
they have
Yeah.
them in
Like
trucks. Yeah. This video is saying that it may come down depending how long it lasts. It may come down to the point where you have to get rid of the body yourself. Like if you have a family member who's sick, they're telling people already. Like some people with corona to stay home,
mhm.
unless you're extremely ill. Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to go to the. And they're saying like prepare yourself
Oh,
with
there
plastic and
was. Oh
stuff
my
to
god.
separate your family member, the ill, from the
Hmm.
ones who aren't ill. And they were saying like it may come to a point where you have to get rid of their body if they do pass, because the 911 calls are going to be flooded and overwhelmed. They're not
Yeah.
going to be responding to calls. So what do you do with the body? And they were teaching people how to properly get rid of a body if you have to get rid of a loved one
Oh
and there's no
wow.
one to help. Like those are things to consider. Like if this does last very long, more people get sick. Not more people get better. More people get sick from this with time, until there's a cure for it. So we're not going to get better. We're not going to get healthier. We're just going to continue to spread it. And with
Right.
more spread, there's less help. The police are going to get sick. Then who's going to respond to the calls? Who's going to come for like child abuse cases and household problems and like those daily 911 calls? Like who comes for it
Yeah.
when
And
there's other issues going on?
it sucks in New York because they're like living like they're living in such close quarters sometimes. Like they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
using the
lucky
same.
that we're spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
All
Texas,
about Texas.
land,
Yeah. That's
land.
why I think I was. That's why I was telling you the other day when those apartments you were painting at. I kind of like. I was saying that I don't like those hallways because they all use the same elevator. They
Oh right,
you
right,
know
right.
they're- this
You're
is
painting an apartment?
Yeah, I painted the outside of this apartment. You gotta see it.
I want to
Jay,
see.
will
Is
you
it
pull
done
up?
yet?
Yeah,
I
can you
want to
show her
see.
both of them? So I was painting outside the apartment, and then I met somebody walking by. Scott, by the way, really awesome dude. He commissioned me to paint something in his backyard.
Oh my freaking gosh, that is so dope. Oh, this is awesome. It looks so fun. You're
Yeah,
fun with your art.
thank you. It was just really cool to kind of like play around with stuff that he liked and I liked. And so I was doing this outside the building like um
oh
and then this painting, this commission I'm working on is actually going in the building too. So it's like
You got to do this for yourself?
it was me and another artist, Carmen Rangel. She is Viva La Painter. So
This
we
is
both collaborated
dope.
on this, and I did the ladies and the flowers, like I
Uh-huh.
painted those, and we added
butterflies.
patterns. That Carmen, she's a stencil artist, like a muralist,
Mm-hmm.
and we both just went nuts with the color, like just straight up. Yeah, that's Carmen right there. This is the production
I
team who
wouldn't
does.
be sharing this if I was you. You have a respirator. You have a respirator mask. That is very valuable right now. You are rich technically.
And you have no idea how much I wear that thing.
Hold up. You broke up for a second.
No, I wear that thing so much.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
can you hear us?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
can you hear? We can hear
I
you.
can
There
hear
we
you.
go. I lost you guys when you said you have no idea.
Oh, I wear that mask so often because I'm painting.
Yeah.
I believe it, and that technically you are wealthy in essential products right now.
Oh, was it this one? Oh wait,
Those
where?
things
Oh,
are
that.
like one something right now. Dude, that is
I have,
awesome.
I believe I have like 5 respirator masks.
Shh.
Yeah.
No, well, if anybody ever wanted one, they could totally have one. I just
Oh,
like
look at
don't.
that. She's so sweet.
I just, I mean, technically, my dad got me like 4 of them for Christmas because he was just, oh my God, isn't that crazy? My dad bought me those for Christmas. I was like,
Timing.
right? Like, what the?
Did you tell him? Did
No,
you
he
bring it
just,
up? You should bring it up. Text him like, excuse me, did you know something? You work for the CIA?
right? I'm like, did you know something that they were telling us?
Oh, look at the shirts.
Oh wow. You do prints too? Like you print your artwork on shirts?
No, I do now. Funny story, Jay, you have to tell her that one because it kind of starts with him.
What happened?
Uh,
He inspired you?
about the heat press.
Yeah, he found this heat press outside of his apartment complex, like walking his dog.
Yeah.
Like
I was just
someone just got rid of it?
yeah, and
Totally.
it was like brand new, and I was like, I could use that. So I had it in my car for like what, a month or so, and I was like, I should take this out. I bet we can make use of this, or like Kimmy can make use of
Of
this. She probably has more
course.
space in her apartment, and yeah, so she
That
made
is
more use of it.
freaking it doesn't look like anything's wrong with it. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they just had money to just spare like that.
yeah, or they just had it, and they were just like, maybe someone will
They didn't like the color of it.
It
yeah,
was,
It
dude,
didn't
it's
it didn't fit the
crazy.
theme.
People throwing out stuff like that. We
That
ended
is
up
crazy.
making stuff with it, and it's cool.
your
Oh,
stickers.
I love those stickers.
Thank
I just
you.
got some done of my logo and the
Oh, that's
Nice,
right.
holographic, and that looks dope. I want to buy one of yours.
dude.
Do,
So
Do you still have them?
yeah,
I just mailed some out today and yesterday. I want to exchange address with you and let's send each other a sticker. I want to buy a
okay,
sticker from you.
do
I'm
you have
down.
do you have a photo of
That one
those?
looks really dope.
Do you have a photo of those? Because I saw them. I was gonna ask you about them. I forgot.
What?
Your
Of your
stickers.
stickers.
Oh yes, I need to go inside. It's so dark. I do. Okay, y'all. Excuse. It's probably gonna be loud. People are gonna ask me questions and the typical.
They're gonna be like, "What are you doing? Who are you talking to? What's
Literally,
going
that's what we
on?"
did earlier.
Let me see. I know you posted them in your story or something, right? I definitely want to
Lionel
buy one of those.
Richie, is that who you're looking up, Jay?
Yeah, let's see what's going on with Lionel right now.
That's creepy. That Mickey Mouse picture.
Se
Yeah.
cayó, se cayó, le dio la cabeza. Ay, María, para Dios, Dios. I'm gonna get a sticker right now. It's so freaking dark in here. Giving you guys the nighttime tour.
So, what are y'all watching over
Okay.
there?
Huh?
So, what are y'all watching over there?
Oh, that's my grandpa. He's in his gym on the treadmill watching TV.
Gangsta.
Okay. Let me set this up. Oh wait, I can show you this my sticker. How do you rotate the camera? Oh, there we go. So
Dude!
this is the holographic one.
Ah, dude, I
But
definitely
this is the
want that.
basic one.
Yeah,
I
they
think
both
they
look good.
both look dope.
Thank you.
Dude, I like the Pringles one.
Yeah.
So Frank gave it to me. It came like in. She said that she got from Amazon. These are the same style, like this one, this one, this one,
I like your Tiger
and
King
the
one.
McDonald's one. They're like the same pack or something.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
this is an artist, another artist, a DJ,
You
an
getting some
artist.
sticker meal? Is that what that sticker is?
Which one?
The
Who do
one. Or,
you order stickers with?
Mine is. Yeah, mine is.
Nice. I love
Oh, you
Sticker
guys
Mule. That's a good
froze
company.
again. What did you say?
That's a good company, Sticker
It,
Mule.
it really is. They are very consistent with good quality.
Totally.
Let me
Yeah,
get you guys on a charger.
I think those ones
So,
definitely look good.
if anyone wants to buy a sticker, please message her, DM her.
Please,
Yeah, and
please.
that
They're beautiful.
and
Thank you.
well, speaking of, that's a good time to plug your stuff. We're hitting an hour right now. Um, do you want? I guess we can do both of them. It's can you still see my screen?
Yeah, I can still see your screen.
Okay, so is this like your personal one, Lioness?
Yeah, that's my personal one.
Okay, and then we're the photography one is Justine's photography _.
Hold on, let me write down. Let me get a pen since my phone is occupied. I'm gonna write down her information. Stay still.
Yeah. But yeah, if y'all want some stickers, definitely hit up one of those accounts.
Hit the count up. Wait,
Turn it
I'm
upside
upside
down.
down. And look upside down too, right? I'm so goofy. You guys are upside down and I'm right side up.
I wanna like. Oh wait, I can't do it. I was gonna try to turn mine so that way it'd be like
Yeah.
sideways.
It look when you put it upside down, you view yourself as right side up. But you guys are upside down.
Oh, your phone's not rotating all the way? I guess because
It's
your
not
iPad will
rotating.
rotate like completely.
Really? Wait, maybe you did say something correct. Let me see. I think I have it on lock.
You froze on me.
Yep, I do.
Oh, there you go.
How about now?
There you go.
Am I right side up?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm
That's
upside
a
down on
dope
the phone, but
sweater shirt. I love that. I love NASA.
this. Do you want to know the story behind this? This is a fresh shirt too.
Yeah, that's dope. I love the colors. I love space. Carl Sagan literally is my favorite person ever.
So this is how would you put it? This is my consolation prize for getting bit by my friend's dog. I went to her house to go out, and her dog. I met her dog first time, and I was standing up, and you know when someone bends down like this, and you just have the urge to go. Her dog saw me whip my. Here we go. He saw me whip my arm back, and the moment I went like this, he jumped up from the floor and bit me, and he broke my entire shirt, like the elbow part here. And first time I ever got bit by a dog. This was last month, and it hurt so bad. Speaking of, someone has jealousy problems. So he bit through my shirt, and I had nothing to wear to the club. So my friend was like, it was St. Mary's strip. It's very chill. It's like 6th Street. You can wear anything. You can go in a t-shirt
Yeah.
and sweats. I'm not even know you really can't wear sweats there. St. Mary's strip in San Antonio is very chill. It's kind of like the gay community. It's fun. It's hip.
I love St. Mary's. It's dope.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, Jay, save this recording just in case.
Okay, that's what I was saying. When I stop recording, don't hang up right away, just so I can make sure
Okay.
that it's safe.
Yes. Save it and then.
But yeah, that's oh yeah. So finish your story before I.
Oh no. So I had nothing to wear, and she gave me this shirt, and I was like, I'm keeping it because your dog bit me, and that's that.
Yeah.
So this is the new shirt. I just got this shirt. I like it too.
It's a fair trade, I'd say.
I'm not returning it. I got bit by someone's dog. Punctured me. I have a
I
permanent.
think that's fair.
Right. It's
It's
fair,
like,
right?
hey man, you know, it's a
Hey, when I
dope
got-
shirt.
Your
And I
dog
got
bit.
no. I was walking down the street after a party one time, and someone's dog just like came up, and I was like reaching out to pet it, and it just bit me. And the owner was just like standing in the front yard, and they're just like didn't say anything. I was like, all right.
They didn't say anything. Did they even say sorry?
No,
Like, oh, sorry, my bad, my dog.
no, they were just watering the grass. Their dog came up to me barking, kind of like stopped, like it was ready for me to pet it, and then it bit me on the leg. I was acting like I was gonna hit it, so it ran away.
I would have been like, I'm gonna sue. This one never bites. I promise you guys. If you ever meet her, she never bites. She's only one, Luna. She you can't make her mad for anything. Like you can take her bone from her. You can put your hand on her dog food.
I think I have a possible suitor for her. I know a dog that would be her match.
Oh, really? What kind of dog is it?
He looks like the same type of dog as her.
Tell me the breed. Let's see if you get it right.
It is I know it's some type of poodle.
Okay, you got it. One piece.
Yeah, my dog's kind of, well,
What's
I think
part
my dog
two?
might be, well, my little one might be part poodle. He's kind of weird looking. Here, let me go grab the little one.
Please, I want to see the dog.
Yeah, we can keep
This one
going.
is a Maltipoo.
I'll be right back.
Maltipoo. It's a Maltese and a poodle.
She looks like my friend's dog. His name is Charlie.
Oh, you know the sad thing is my grandparents, when they did to her, they cut her stomach open and took out her uterus.
Oh.
They got her fixed.
I mean, Scully is fixed to my cat. She can't see her. Let me grab her really quick.
Oh, you got a cat? It's funny. Every painter I know has a cat.
I have two dogs, but this one he's like
so cute. Look, Luna, look. Oh, dude, we need a picture. This
like
is picture worthy. Hold up, let me close the door.
Oh, she got the Dominican flag in the back.
Guys, this is definitely picture worthy.
I think that's Puerto Rico.
What happened? How did you see that? Oh, wait. I'm like, how did you know that? Yeah, my grandparents are very Puerto Rican proud. There's an umbrella right there that says Puerto Rico, right?
Oh, it is Puerto Rican, yeah.
Okay, wait. How do you take a picture?
My bad.
Wait, how do you do this? Oh, how'd you do that?
Here, I'll take another one.
Scully's face.
Get his eyeballs in it.
Okay.
Look. Look at her cat's eyeballs. Jay, you missed your dog in the very last photo.
He's been pushy. He's like pushing off my face.
Scully's like not having this. Ah.
Oh.
I like that last one, Scully jumping out of my arms. Because she's just like, Mom, stop embarrassing me again.
And this was just like, what now? Are we boring? What's this?
Like,
But,
talk to me.
Talk to them. Look at him. He's just staring at him. Your dog's funny.
yeah, he's a weirdo.
It is dope to meet you, and I hope to meet you in person. That would be so rad.
Yes.
So if I'm ever in San Antonio, I'm definitely going to reach out. I know
I'm always in Austin. I may beat you to it.
Oh, cool.
I'm always
That's
in Austin.
even better.
After this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be in Austin.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, so I thought about coming. See? I thought about coming last week. I had the fear that I was going to miss the curfew.
Oh, I see.
So I didn't come. Because I think ours is 10 or 11 here. One or the other.
Yeah, I think we
and
have
I had a
one
feeling like I was going to, get excited, sing everyone, and then be late.
Yeah.
But,
definitely after this.
So this is episode 2.
We've got Kimmy, Jay, and Justine.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely check out.
JJ.
KJJ.
Yeah.
JK.
So I guess this is what we're doing these Wednesdays. What are you doing? So this won't come out next Wednesday, but we'll see y'all next time.